Who is PewDiePie? To some, he is the screaming gamer who pioneered a billion-dollar industry. To others, he is the controversial lightning rod of the 2010s. But in 2026, if you look for Felix Kjellberg, you won't find him in a loud studio or at the center of a Twitter storm. You'll find him in the quiet, tree-lined streets of Tokyo, pushing a stroller or sketching in a local cafe. He is a man who achieved the impossible. He won the internet, and then he walked away from it on his own terms. As of today, PewDiePie has officially moved into a semi-retired phase of life. He recently ended his YouTube memberships and stepped away from the relentless grind that once defined his existence. With over 111 million subscribers and a legacy that literally reshaped digital culture, he has traded the pursuit of the next million for the pursuit of a quiet life with his wife Marzia and their son Bjorn. But to understand the peace he has found in Japan, we have to go back to the beginning, to a hot dog stand in Sweden and a password that was lost to time. Born Felix Arvid Ulf Kjellberg on October 24, 1989. In Gothenburg, Sweden, his upbringing was remarkably corporate. His father was a chief executive and his mother a chief information officer. Excellence was expected, but Felix was a rebel of a different kind. He wasn't out causing trouble. He was staying up late playing Super Nintendo and drawing characters like Mario and Sonic by the time he reached the Chalmers University of Technology to study industrial economics. He was miserable. He felt like he was living someone else's life. In 2010, he made the decision that his parents called stupid. He dropped out. To support himself, he sold prints of his Photoshop art and worked at a hot dog stand. It was during these long shifts that he poured his focus into a YouTube channel called Pewdie. When he lost the password to that account, he created a new one, PewDiePie. Between 2011 and 2013, the internet witnessed a phenomenon never seen before. Felix pioneered the Let's Play genre, specifically through horror games like Amnesia, The Dark Descent. His high-pitched screams, his brother's community, and his genuine, unfiltered reactions made viewers feel like they were playing right beside him. By August 2013, he became the most subscribed creator on the platform, surpassing Smush. This era was defined by the broadest and an output of content that was staggering, often 2 videos a day, every day. But as the channel grew, so did the pressure. He moved to Italy, then to Brighton, England, seeking a hub for creators, but the spotlight was becoming a heat lamp. He was no longer just a gamer. He was the face of YouTube's corporate ambitions, starring in Scare PewDiePie for YouTube Red. However, the higher he climbed, the more the wind began to howl. No story of PewDiePie is complete without the darkness. From 2017 to 2019, Felix faced a series of controversies that threatened to end it all, from the Wall Street Journal report to the bridge incident. These moments sparked a global debate on influencer responsibility and media smear campaigns. Then came the great subscriber war against T-Series. What started as a meme became a global event that defined the transition of YouTube. From a platform for individuals to a platform for corporations. This was the era of Subscribe to PewDiePie, a movement that brought him to the 100 million subscriber milestone in 2019, but also left him exhausted. He realized that the competitive, metrics-driven version of himself was no longer sustainable. He married his longtime partner, Marzia, in a quiet London ceremony, signaling the beginning of his transition from king of YouTube to family man. Felix and Marzia finally made their long-awaited move to Japan. This wasn't just a move for content. It was a sanctuary. In Japan, Felix found a culture that respected privacy and valued the slow life. As we see in his 2025 and 2026 updates, his content has shifted entirely. The gaming room is gone, replaced by vlogs of him exploring Tokyo Rich, neighborhoods on a bicycle, or sharing the Kjellberg. Mail, his personal newsletter, his recent decision to end channel. Memberships in July 2025 was the final stamp on his retirement. He no longer wants your money or your data. He just wants to share the occasional video because he wants to, not because he has to. His net worth in early 2026 is estimated at $40 to $60 million, allowing him to prioritize parenting Bjorn and pursuing hobbies like sketching at Wit Studio over chasing the YouTube algorithm. Felix Kjellberg's legacy isn't his subscriber count. It's the fact that he was the first person to show the world that influencer was a viable life path. He showed the highs of global fame and the devastating lows of public scrutiny. But perhaps his most important lesson is his most recent one, that you can reach the top of the mountain and still decide that the view at the bottom is better. As of February 2026. PewDiePie stands as an ambassador for a new kind of success, one defined by balance, family, and the courage to stop. What is your favorite PewDiePie memory? Was it the early Amnesia days, the Minecraft resurgence, or his current life in Japan? Let us know in the comments below. And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe as we continue to document the lives that define our digital world. But the Japan sanctuary isn't just a physical location. It has become a philosophy that Felix carries into every frame he uploads. In early 2026, he introduced a series titled Analog Mornings, where he documents his shift away from the digital noise that once defined his existence. We see him in a small stationery shop in Shimokitazawa, meticulously picking out fountain pen inks, a far cry from the high-octane energy of the Bro Army era. This transition has sparked a quiet revolution among his audience. Longtime fans who grew up screaming alongside him at horror games are now finding solace in his quiet reflections on stoicism and fatherhood. He isn't just an entertainer anymore. He's a companion in the journey of growing up. Felix's story reminds us that the finish line is wherever you choose to draw it. He conquered the platform, survived the controversies, and built an empire, only to trade it all for the sound of a bicycle bell on a quiet Tokyo street and the laughter of his son. PewDiePie didn't just win the YouTube game, he was the first to realize that the ultimate prize is the freedom to stop playing. as the sun sets over the Tokyo skyline in his latest vlog, the screen fades to black. Not with a cliffhanger, but with a sense of peace. The era of the king of YouTube has ended, but the era of Felix Kjellberg has just begun.